I'm going to show you a quick video on how to use Onshape on an iPad. So I'm assuming you've already got Onshape loaded from the self-service and you have the icon. My icon is in my top right hand corner here, Onshape. I'm going to click on that and that loads Onshape. My one remembers my username and password, so it's allowing me to go through. You may have to log on using the same username and password that you use for the one that you use on a PC. So we've got started with our activities screen. I'm going to click on Documents, and then I'm going to go to My Onshape. And then on the bottom right hand corner there is a plus sign. I'm going to click on that and that will start a new document. I'm going to call this document Test 7 because I already have some other documents created. 7, and then click on OK. At the moment I'm recording all the gestures that I'm doing, so you'll see orange marks on the screen to indicate where I'm touching on the screen to get things happening. So on the left hand side we have our default geometry, and that shows the different work planes. So if I click on the icon just here on the left side, that will remove that panel, and then if I click on it again it puts it back for me so I can make a larger space. And the eyes here, if I click on these, it hides various work planes, and then I can put them back in place. Okay, so you can hide planes or put them back in place there. The work planes themselves, they're arranged in the grid that we're familiar with. If you use one finger, you can scroll them around. If you use two fingers, you can pan those around as well. And then on the cube, on the right hand side, if you click on any face, you'll then get a list to select the view that you want to use. So in this case I want to start my drawing looking at the top work plane, so I'm just going to click on the word top and that will rotate it round for me, ready to start. To start a drawing or to start a sketch, I'm going to go to the pencil icon on the top left there, and that starts a sketch. But the sketch at the moment doesn't know which work plane we're going to be working on. So I'm going to click on the top work plane that I can see here, and that will then place on here the word top plane, so that's ready to go. And it also opens up the menu of the different drawing tools that we want to use. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a corner rectangle, so I'm going to click on that tool, and then I'm going to move onto the work plane itself. Now, if I put my finger on the work plane, you'll see that there is an orange dot that's appearing over the origin, and then there is a plus sign that's floating around as I move my finger. If I want the rectangle to start from the origin, I need to move that plus sign on top of the orange dot, and you'll see a red square then appears around it to show that you've located that origin. Okay, so I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to drag out the size of my rectangle. Now, unlike the PC version, it doesn't give you the dimensions straight away. You need to dimension this object. So I'm going to go back to the pencil icon, tools, and I'm going to look for the dimension tool. And this is on the 6th row down, dimension. Click on that. And now if I want to find the size of the horizontal edge, I'm going to click on that edge there, and then it will place the dimension next to it. And as you can see, it does it to 3 decimal places, so I have 53.332. If I click on the number, it will then give me a dialog box, and I can then type in the exact dimension that I want. So I want this one to be 55 millimeters, so I'm going to just type in 55 and then green tick. Okay. And then if I want the horizontal value to be changed, I click on that line. The existing dimension appears, 67.464. If I click on that number, it will then give me the dialog box, and I can then type in the value that I really want. So in this case, I want to say 70 millimeters, green tick, and now it's fully dimensioned 70 by 55. If I want to edit this, I could just go back to any of the numbers and double tap, and it will bring up the dialog box again, so then I can actually change the value. So maybe I wanted this one to be 60 instead. Okay, green tick, and that will then change the value for me. You can go back and edit this at any time. Okay, I'm going to go back to my drawing pencil, and choose a different tool. I'm going to this time choose a center point circle. And again, I want this to draw a circle, but I just want to see where it's going to go. So if I put my finger on the screen, you see the blue cross is hovering around, and I locate that where I want the center of my circle to be. So I'm going to place this on the corner of my rectangle. Can you see how the red square appears there when I get there? Let go, drag out, and there's my circle appearing. Okay, I don't know its diameter at the minute, but we can edit that later on. So let go. I then go back to my pencil, choose the dimension tool, click on the edge of the circle, and that will then give me the dimension there. Okay, if I want to edit that, click on the actual number. So I'm going to give this a diameter of 50. Yep, green tick, and there we have it, fully dimensioned. If I want to edit any other parts, so let's cut out some sections. So go back to the pencil, choose the scissors to trim. I can then take out sections that I don't want. This will now have a new perimeter going around. Yeah. And now I'm going to extrude this. So the tool next to the pencil is the feature tool. Click on that, and I have an extrusion button there, so I can extrude. By default, this will come up as 25 millimeters. So 25 millimeters, yeah. I can change that value, so let's make this 15 millimeters. Green tick. Tick it again, and there I have my 3D object drawn. If I want to have a look at any other features that I want to use, go back to the feature menu, and I could perhaps choose the fillet tool, click on the edge that I want to fillet. It comes up by default as 5 millimeters. So I can go around my edge and fillet those edges there. Maybe I don't want it to be quite 5 millimeters, so I click on the thing, a dialog box comes up. I can reduce this down, say 3 millimeters, green tick it, and I get a different value occurring. If I'm happy with that, I can green tick, and my drawing is done. If I want to lose the work planes around, just click on the eyes for each of the panes here, and that hides away. If I want to put them back again, just click on the eyes, and they're back again. And remember, you can use one finger to scroll around, to rotate your object, and 2 fingers to pan it, to move it around. If you use 2 fingers and you pinch, you zoom out. If you pinch away from each other, then it zooms into the object, so you make it larger. So you've got that control. So 1 finger to rotate, 2 fingers to pan, 2 fingers pinching will make it smaller or larger. I hope that helps.